21st century. Doing something mean to it. Do it better than anybody you ever seen do it. Screams from the haters, got a nice ring to it. I guess every superhero need his theme music. No one man should have all that power. The clock's ticking, I just count the hours. Stop tripping, I'm tripping off the power. The system broken, the school's closed, the prison's open. We ain't got nothing to lose, everybody we rollin'. Everybody we rollin'. With some light-skinned girls and some Kelly Rollins. In this white man world, we the ones chosen. So good night, cool world, I see you in the morning. I see you in the morning. This is way too much, I need a moment. No one man should have all that power. The clock's ticking, I just count the hours. Stop tripping, I'm tripping off the power. Till then, that the world's ours. Catching up with me, taking my inner child, I'm fighting for custody. With these responsibilities that they entrusted me, as I look.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Wardog TV. We want to thank you for joining us for tonight's broadcast of the 2025 Wardog football season. We are live from Robertson Field on the campus of NEO A&M College as the Wardogs will host the Ridgerunners of Grove. I'm Jim Paxton along with Jack Hudspeth, and we're excited to bring you tonight's broadcast of Wardog Football on Wardog TV, which is the official home of all live Miami Wardog sports, performances, and special events broadcasts. Our goal is to create an environment for students to gain real-world experience in production and content creation. As a result, we will provide high-quality broadcast and video content to Wardogs around the world. We want to thank our student broadcast production team tonight, led by Director Kiara Richards. Her crew tonight is Sage Trustler, Perla Gonzalez, and Yanel Gonzalez. Also, special thanks to Miami Public Schools Director of Communications, Mr. David Frazier, who is the executive producer of all Wardog TV events. So, believe it or not, week 7 of the football season is upon us. Longtime rivals Miami and Grove hook up once again. It's a Thursday night, as most of Oklahoma has been out on fall break. And so it is not Friday night lights, but it is Thursday night lights tonight. And the Wardogs ended a long losing streak to the Ridgerunners last year as they went into Grove and out-physical the finesse Ridgerunners 31-28 as the Grove field goal to tie it up sailed wide left at the end of regulation. Grove brings a high-powered air attack into Miami tonight, led by transfer quarterback Colby Watson, a 6'4", 225-pound senior. Watson and the Ridgerunner offense has been a nightmare for opposing defenses all season. Grove comes into the contest 5-1, 2-1 in district play, and according to most rankings, the top 6 in the state. Grove opened the season with a 48-0 shutout against Veneta, then routed Jay 41-7 before defeating Sapulpa, a 6A Division II opponent, 21-7, to finish the non-district part of their schedule with a perfect 3-0 record. Grove opened district play with another shutout, 48-0 over Catoosa. The lone loss on the Grove schedule came against highly ranked Cushing, currently ranked number 4, 35-52, and the game was much closer than the score indicated, as Cushing scored a few late touchdowns off of Ridgerunner turnovers. Grove bounced back from that loss with a thrilling 29-28 win over Fort Gibson last Friday, as Fort Gibson scored with under 10 seconds left and went for the 2-point conversion of the win, but the Ridgerunners thwarted the attempt and escaped with the victory. Grove will love to put the ball in the air majority of the time. Quarterback Colby Watson has a talented crew of receivers: Brady Rutherford, Briggs Frank, Bryson Richardson, and Isaac Sheffield. All are a threat to score from any position on the field. Ridgerunners are averaging 37 points a game. Their defense is limiting opponents to just over 15 on the contest. Grove is led by first-year coach Ryan Keenum. Keenum coming over from Colcord, which he had built into a 2A power in recent years. Prior to becoming the head coach at Colcord, Keenum was an integral part of the of the Wagner Bulldogs program. He served as assistant to Coach Dale Condon, who, as we know, developed Wagner into the 4A power, winning several state championships. While the Ridgerunners have been flourishing, the Wardogs have been hard, the wins have been hard to come by for the Wardogs so far this season. Miami enters the contest 1-5 overall and 0-3 in district play. The Wardogs' win this season was over Veneta, 22-7 in Week 3. After opening season losses to Elkins, Arkansas, and Noah, the Wardogs have been in every game but have been unable to secure the wins the last 3 weeks. After defeating Veneta, Miami lost to Oologah 20-36. Mustangs scored 2 defensive touchdowns and a special teams touchdown. Miami led Wagner early and was close at halftime, but the Wagner had too much speed at the skill positions and were unable to break open a close game in the second half with big plays on offense. Last week against Skytook, which entered 4-1, Miami led at the half. They were unable to hold on against the Bulldogs. They scored a winning touchdown with less than 2 minutes left to beat the Wardogs 21-14. Miami has been led by Blaze Riley, who secured the starting quarterback position after Game 4 of the Wardogs. Riley has been leading producer and rusher for the Wardogs. Trevor Henry has emerged as the leading receiver for Riley. As the district play enters the halfway point, 5 teams look to be staking their claim to be in the top 4, which will give them into the playoffs. Top 5 appears to be Cushing, Grove, Fort Gibson, Wagner, and Skytook. Miami still has 3 of the 5 to play, having already suffered losses to Wagner and Skytook. Grove has a much easier remaining schedule, already having played Cushing and Fort Gibson. So that's a little bit of preview for tonight's game. Captains are on the field and shaking hands here. Grove will be receiving the opening kickoff, so we'll see that high-powered Ridgerunner offense on the field first of all. Some other games for this week. Oologah at Catoosa. Wagner at Cushing. That's going to be a big one there. Cushing's ranked number 4, number 5, according to different polls. Grove at Miami and Skytook at Fort Gibson. So some big games tonight in district play. Some other games of local interest. Wyandotte, ranked number 5, is at Salina. Number 1 Adair in Class 2A at Colcord. Commerce is at Kansas. Pawnee at Quapaw. Apton at Woodland. Number 4 Hominy at number 5 Fairland. That's a big one out of Class A Division 2. Welch is at Oaks and Blue Jacket at Billings. So those are some of the games we'll try to keep you up on throughout the night. And we're about 3 minutes here from action here at Robertson Field. Ridgerunners taking the field, wearing all white with the red helmets, with the G, looks like the Georgia Bulldogs, G on the side. Miami will be entering, coming out of the tunnel soon here. Wardogs wearing all gray pants, gray shirts with the blue helmet with the block M on the side. So the Wardogs ended a long losing streak last year to the Ridgerunners. They went in and unleashed a physical attack and upset the Ridgerunners last year in Grove, 31-28. It's going to take a Herculean effort to probably pull off that's kind of a victory tonight as over the highly touted Ridgerunners. Welcome to the booth, Jack Hutsmith. Jack, what's your thoughts on tonight's game?
It'll be a tough one for the Wardogs to pull out. Grove can throw the ball, run the ball. They can do it all.
You're right. They're a very talented team. Looked at quite a bit of film of them. They can throw it. They want to throw it. They like to throw it all the time, but they've also proven they need to. They can run it. They've got a really good offensive line. They're really aggressive on defense. I said the Wardogs going to have their hands full tonight with this Ridgerunner team coming in. Wardogs will be on the road next week. It's the final road game of the season. Wardogs will be traveling to Cushing, where things do not get any easier for Miami. Cushing ranked in the top 4, according to most polls across Oklahoma. Daily Oklahoma, the Tulsa World, Squirtle, all have Cushing in the top 4. Cushing does have a win over this Ridgerunner team. The final two games of the season will be here at Robertson Field. Week number 9, the Wardogs will host the Catoosa Indians and finish up week 10 hosting the Fort Gibson Tigers. And unless just something really strange happens here in high school football, not going to be any playoffs this year for the Wardogs. said a lot of upsets would have to take place. A lot of things would have to kind of fall into place. And right now, the Wardogs are probably going to end up be on the outside looking in to the playoff picture. See smoke starting to build down around the tunnel. Wardogs getting ready to make their way onto the field. We want to thank you for being with us tonight at Wardog TV. And here come the Wardogs. Led by number 12, Trevor Henry. He's become the leading receiver this year for the Wardogs. Also number 5, Donnie Garfield carrying the Wardog flag. And we are about ready for action here at Robertson Field. Stewart will be lining up to kick off for the Wardogs. Thank you for being with us here on a Thursday night.
Brady Rutherford and Isaac Sheffield back deep to return the kick.
Ryland Stewart out to kick for Miami. And we are just about ready for action here on a Thursday night here at Robertson Field. We are ready for action here. We got the ball on the tee, and we are ready for kickoff here. I predict this will be a deep, high onside, trying to keep the ball out of the hands of one of the deep recovery guys for the Ridgerunners. That's exactly what we're going to have. A high kick will be taken about the 30-yard line. Fair caught. That's number 5, Gavin Wyatt on the reception, and the Ridgerunners will take over. First and 10. Ball at their own 30-yard line. We're going to officially put it at the 32 for Grove. Colby Watson is the quarterback. Gavin Wyatt is the running back beside him. And the ball up inside. Out across the 35 to the 40. Still on his feet. Going to fall up to about the 38. Excuse me, up to about across the 35 up to the 38. Pick up about 6 on first down. That is Wyatt on the carry. Second down and 4 for the Ridgerunners. It's ball drive back. So hitch pass is caught. Across the 40, across the 45, up to about the 47. It's going to be a first down for the Ridgerunners as the pass was completed to Isaac Sheffield. First and 10 from the 48 for Grove. Opening possession here at Miami. Ridgerunners come out, bring motion across the formation. Hand the ball to number 7 around the right side. He's going to go across the 50, breaks a couple tackles. Fight forward to about the 49. Going to pick up of about 3. That is Brady Rutherford on the carry on a jet sweep action. Going to bring up second down and 7 for the Ridgerunners. And we're getting movement here. We're going to have an offsides on the Wardogs. A little bit of a gadget trick play there by the Ridgerunners. They took their whole offensive line and was going to shift them. They can shift them as long as they haven't put their hand down on the ground. I looked for this penalty to go against the Wardogs. They jumped off sides. And that's exactly what we have here. So it's going to go from 2nd and 7 to 2nd and 2. You can move until you put your hand down. You can't put it down and pick it up. So they pick up a free 5 yards there against the Wardogs. Bring up second down and 2 for the Ridgerunners. And hand the ball up inside. He's going to fight forward down to about the 41, 42. Going to be close. He's going to have a first down. They're going to move the chains down to the 41. They're going to get forward possession. That is Wyatt on the carry. Going to bring up first down and 10 for the Ridgerunners. They've moved the ball across the 50 into Wardog territory. First and 10 at the Wardog 41. Watson gets it, drops back. He's going to be sacked. Want to go up the sideline. Pretty good coverage there by the Wardogs. He's going to be sacked back about the 45. There'll be a loss of about 4. Got Donnie Garfield and Josiah Barley on the and Bryce Barnes on the sack. Going to bring up second down and 14 for the Ridgerunners. They quickly to the line of scrimmage. Watson going to throw a little spot pass, out caught, and he's going to pick up about 3. Going to bring up third down and 11. That was caught by number 9, Briggs Fink. So third down and it's going to be 11, third down and 11 for the Ridgerunners. Ball at the Wardog 42. Watson gets it, rolls to his left. He's being chased by Barley. Going to throw it. He's got a guy wide open, and he is caught by number 85, Isaac Sheffield, and he will go in. That is going to be a 42-yard touchdown pass from Watson to Sheffield, and the Ridgerunners are on the board first as he found Sheffield wide open about the 10. And 9:01 left in the first period. Ridgerunners on the board first, 6-0.
The 2-point conversion is good.
All right, they line up and go for 2. And so with 9:01 left in the first period, following the 2-point conversion, the Ridgerunners leading here at Miami 8-0. Grove really made that look pretty easy. Was able to overcome a sack and still pick up the first down. And they take the early lead here, 8-0 over the Wardogs.
Back deep is Harrison to return.
A little bit different lineup or arrangement for the Wardog kickoff team. Usually the Wardogs have 2 people deep. Usually it's Harrison and Henry. The Wardogs have a little bit different look. Maybe afraid of a little bit of a shorter kick by the Ridgerunners. There's the kick, and it is a high, deep onside, taken at the 20.
Kick is returned by number 22, Tyler Martin.
Number 22, Tyler Martin on the return. He's the freshman there. And pretty good return as Wardogs will take over. Ball at their own 37-yard line. Blaze Riley, a few games back, secured the quarterback position as Wardogs played 2 quarterbacks through about the first 3.5 games. Wardogs come out with 2 tights and 2 backs in the backfield. Gavin Fairman lining up as the fullback and Donnie Garfield as the tailback. Trevor Henry split to the right. They're going to hand the ball up inside to Garfield. He hits a big hole to the 45, 50, 40. Being chased from behind. He's going to be brought down inside the 10. Big run on first down by Garfield. Kind of a formation we have not seen yet this year. We saw it last year. Last year, the Wardogs lined up All-State lineman Hayden Miller, the fullback, and said, "Here we come." And they give a little bit of a similar look, but Gavin Fairman in the fullback and ran the ball right at the Ridgerunners. So a big run on first down by Garfield, and the Wardogs have first and goal at the 6. Hand the ball up inside to Fairman. He's going to be hit in the backfield and fight forward back to the line of scrimmage. Last week, twice in the second half, Wardogs had first and goal against the Skytook Bulldogs. Both times came away with no points. A missed field goal and then a turnover on down. So Wardogs, really the heavy underdogs coming into this one, have got to put points on the board when they get in the red zone. Second down and goal, ball at the 6. And the ball to Riley around the left side. Should have stayed outside there, tried to jump up in there. He's going to get down to about the 4-yard line, so pick up about 2 for Riley.
Quarterback plays Riley with the keeper.
The Wardogs last week, I'm sure they left Skytook feeling they should have won that game. Lost 21-14, led at the half. Then twice, like I said, twice in the second half, had first and goal, and both times came away without scoring. And Skytook scored with about a minute or so left in the game, but win at 21-14. So big play here for the Wardogs. Third down and goal. Ball at the Grove 4, following the big run by Garfield. And we're going to have a timeout here. Timeout by the Wardogs. 7:15 left in the first period. Grove leading here early, 8-0, but the Wardogs knocking on the door.
They're also doing a t-shirt fundraiser at the same location.
You know, Jack, that's the big run by Garfield there. That's really one of the biggest plays all Wardogs have had all year long on offense. I'm surprised they got out of the fullback look right there. Busted big on first down and then kind of got away from it there. So big play coming up here for the Wardogs. Once again, we want to thank tonight's broadcast student production team led by our director, Kiara Richards. Her crew tonight, Sage Trussler, Perla Gonzalez, and Yanel Gonzalez. Also a little assistance in the booth as we got Jack running the scoreboard here for you tonight. So if the scoreboard's messed up, call Jack and let him know. It's fall break. A little shorthanded tonight, so Jack stepping in and running that for them. All right, big play here for the Wardogs. Third and goal. Ball at the Ridgerunner 4. Back to the fullback look on the handball up inside to Garfield. He's going to be inside the 1.
And off goes to number 5, Donnie.
I look for the Wardogs to go for it here. Pretty good pickup there by Garfield. Said I was kind of surprised to see the Wardogs get out of the fullback, tailback look there after the big run. All right, big play here early in this one. Can the Wardogs punch it in from the 1? It's fourth down.
Fourth down and goal for your Wardogs.
I'd look for them to run the ball right behind number 71, Josiah Barley. We'll see where they want to go with it. And we're going to have another timeout.
Timeout is called by the Wardogs.
So the Wardogs have already used 2 of their allotted timeouts here in the first half. Big play coming up here. 6:30 left in the first period. Grove leading 8-0, but the Wardogs knocking on the door.
Nothing will make you smile more than a Wardog win.
I said some games of local interest. Games from the district tonight. Gilligaw at Catoosa. Catoosa still winless on the season. Really the big one tonight. Wagner at Cushing. Wagner does have a loss in district play as they were defeated in week 1 by Fort Gibson. Grove here is at Miami and Skytook at Fort Gibson. Probably the loser of Skytook Fort Gibson will take a big step in being eliminated, probably from playoff contention. There's still a lot of football to play. 3 more weeks after this, but Skytook and Fort Gibson, both of them need wins to get into playoff position. All right, we're ready for action here.
For your Wardogs.
It's fourth down and goal. Ball at the 1 for Miami. It's going to be Riley. He's in for the score. Touchdown, Miami. All right, so Wardogs answer the Grove's opening drive with a drive of their own. The big highlight, a big run on first down by Donnie Garfield as he took the ball, I believe, from the 37 all the way down inside the Ridge Runner down to the 6-yard line.
Wardogs are going to go for 2.
Wardogs going to go for 2 here to try to keep this one tied up. Wardogs coming out double tight. Fairman in the backfield with Riley. They bring Henry in motion across. Riley gets it, rolls out. You're looking to throw it back. And he just overthrew it. Had Bryce Barnes in the back of the end zone, but overthrew him. So the 2-point attempt is no good. And Grove hangs on to the lead here, 8-6. So a good answer there by Miami to answer with their touchdown. So 6:26 left in the first period. Ridge Runners lead here, 8-6. Riley and Stewart will be kicking off for the second time tonight.
Sheffield and Rutherford back to return again.
And I would guess the Wardog plan is to keep Grove from returning any kickoffs.
That would be a smart one.
They would rather give up a little bit of field position as opposed to possibly giving up a big play in the return. Stewart's kick last time was pretty high. I bet the coaches would probably rather have that a little bit further to the sidelines. All right, and here's the kick. Once again, a deep high onside. That was caught by the 31. He's going to return it. And a good open tackle right there. Heck of a play right there. That's number 9 of the Wardogs. That is Alex Pylon. And a good special teams play there by Miami as the Ridge Runners took it. And it was a good kick by Stewart right where you wanted it. They tried to return it anyway. And Wardogs were able to get a good tackle there. So Grove takes over. 6:19 left in the first period. Grove leading here early over the Wardogs, 8-6. Watson with 2 receivers either side. Hands the ball up inside to Wyatt. He's ran through a tackle of Lawson, and he's going to be tackled. That is Pylon and Barley on the tackle. Wyatt gets about 3 on first down. Going to bring up second down and 7 for the Ridge Runners. Beautiful night here to football at Robertson Field. Hard to believe, week 7 of the football season already here. Already past the halfway point. Grove hands the ball around the right side, number 7. He is caught from behind. That is Pylon again. We've called his name a lot here. That was Rutherford, I believe, on the carry for the Ridge Runners. He does pick up the first down.
First down and 10 for Grove.
And the ball up inside to Wyatt. He's going to cross the 40 up to about the 42. Pick up about 3.
Tackle again made by Pylon.
Pylon racking up the tackles here tonight.
Play brings up second down and 7.
So really a little bit surprised at the attack here. Grove likes to put it in the air, but they've determined they're going to come out and establish the run and having some success with it here. Feel like they can maybe run this ball against the Wardog defense. Watson gets it, drops it back. They'll throw it over the middle. It is caught. That's going to be a touchdown for the Ridgerunners. That is number 6,
Bryson Richardson.
Bryson Richardson, and that is a 58-yard touchdown completion.
Ridgerunner's going to go for 1 this time.
All right, that makes it 14-6. Going to try to push the lead to 9. There's the hold, the snap, the kick gets up, and it is good. So with 4:42 left in the first period, Ridgerunners lead here at Miami 15-6. So, Jack, we talked about this high-powered offense there, and even though the Grove has tried to establish the run, the Wardogs have done a pretty good job of holding the running game in check. When they've gone to the air, so far the Wardogs have not had an answer. And that Watson, he is a good-looking quarterback. He's about 6'4", and his big stands tall in the pocket, strong arm, and he has shown he can put the ball right where he wants it. Because the Wardogs didn't have that covered. It wasn't bad coverage. And he put it right on the spot, and Richardson was able to take it in for the score. All right, so we might be setting the stage for a shootout here tonight, Jack. You never know.
Dylan Alsop lines up the kickoff.
Once again, Harrison back. I said as Grove doesn't look to kick it as deep. You can see a little bit of a change of alignment in the Wardog kicking return. It's going to be a that is caught by Trevor Henry. Takes it out across the 30 to about the 31, 32-yard line. The Wardogs will take over there. Some scores from around Class 4A. Poto leading Tulsa McLean. These are all going to be first quarter scores. 15-0. Broken Bow over Hilldale 14-0. Number 1 Elgin leading Weatherford 14-0. Number 2 Tuttle over Tecumseh 14-0. Fort Gibson leading Skytook 7-3, and Cushing over Wagner 7-0. All right, Wardogs come out, and that is they have a back stack behind Riley with a little bit of a bunch set to the right. They're going to hand the ball up inside to Gavin Fairman in the backfield, and we have an illegal procedure against Miami. So the thing the Wardogs have done all year long, they just can't get out of their own way at times. Just too many illegal procedure penalties. You know, you don't like them, but you can handle holding penalty. Holding penalty is an effort penalty. You're trying to block the guy. He pulls away. You know, you're giving good effort. But what just drives a coach crazy, and I know Coach Gardner is, I'm sure, pulling out his hair at times, is jumping off sides. Illegal procedure, things of that nature. Those just drive a coach crazy. And on first down, the Wardogs once again jump offside. So going to bring up first down and 15, put the ball back at the Wardogs 27-yard line. Going to hand it up to Garfield around the left side, and no running room at all. Not a little bit of mishandled snap, and that play really kind of looked just a little out of sync right from the beginning.
Handoff goes to Donna Garfield for no gain on the plate.
Going to bring up second down and 15. Late first quarter. Grove leading here 15-6. A couple of long distance passes from their quarterback, Colby Watson. Wardogs now double tight, fullback. Going to bring a motion across there. Going to hand the ball to Henry. It's going to be Riley. He's going to fight up from the 27 up to about the 29. Only going to pick up a couple on on second down. Going to bring up third down and long for Miami. One thing the Wardogs really can't afford to do, because Wardogs are not, to be honest with you, a big play offense. They're going to have to methodically march it down the field. If they get behind the sticks, they have a hard time overcoming. It's going to bring up third down and 13 for Miami. Ball at their own 29. Grove leading here 15-6. Riley gets it, drops back. Thrown, and it is dropped Hit Barnes in the hands. He was not able to pick it up. He would have been well short of the first down. Would only been a gain of about 4 or 5. So Wardog is going to be forced to punt the ball back to this dangerous Ridge Runner offense.
Brady Rutherford and Isaac Sheffield back to return the punt.
Fairman with the kick. Good high kick. It's going to be fair caught about the 43-yard line. And Grove will take over there with good field position. That was number 85, Isaac Sheffield, with the fair catch. And they'll take over. Grove will take over at their own 43s. They lead here. 2:41 left in the first period. Grove already leading here at this one, 15-6. Big crowd across the way here at Robinson Field from the Ridge on the Ridge Runners side of the field. Of course, two schools, two towns, only about 30 miles apart. Grove comes out for their third possession. They are 2 for 2. They have found the end zone both of their initial possessions of this ball game. Watson with White in the backfield. Watson drops back. It's going to be caught by number 6. He's going to go across the 50 up to about the 46, 47-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of 9. That is Bryson Richard on the catch. That's going to be a pickup of 9. Tell you, Watson throws a good ball. Transferred into Grove. Second down and 1 for the Ridge Runners. And hand the ball up inside to Wyatt. He's going to fight for cross. He does have the first down across the 45 down to about the 43. Pick up about 5 on second down, and the Ridge Runners will move the chains.
First on the 10 for Grove.
Watson's going to keep it. Go across the 40. Down to about the 36. Going to pick up about 7 on first down. Going to bring up second down and 3.
The keeper. Picks up 7 on the play. Sets up second down and 3.
And the ball up. No, it's going to be Watson. He still got it. He's going to be. Oh, he dodges a number of tacklers. Across the 30, all the way down to the 27. Pickup of almost 9. Looks like they had him kind of corralled in the backfield, and he was able to break free, and move the chains for the Ridge Runners.
Picks up a Ridge Runner first down.
It's going to put the ball at the 27-yard line. Late first period. Ridge Runners up here, 15-6. And the ball up inside to Wyatt. He's going to give a fight forward, down for only about a yard. Pylon and Red Howe on the tackle. We've called Pylon's name a ton already tonight.
Alex Pylon. Number
Second down and 5. Grove just outside of the red zone. Watson gets it, drops back. And throw it out. That's caught. No, it goes through the hands of Bryson Richards. So that's going to stop the clock. One more play here in the first quarter, 3 seconds left. Incomplete pass stops the clock. So Ridge Runners will have one more play here.
brings up third down and 5 for Grove.
Third down and 5 for the Ridge Runners. Watson gets it. Little out route. This one's caught, and he's going to go out of bounds about the 15. And they stop the clock. Oh, that is the end of the first period. So 1 period in the books. Grove is knocking on the door. They already have a 15-6 lead over the Wardogs. And we're going to switch ends of the field. So impressive first quarter by the Ridgerunners, Jack. Really, but what about we expected. They're a really good football team, and they're showing it right here tonight.
Wardogs surprisingly holding their own against the Ridgerunners with their powerful offense. Defensive line is getting pressure on the quarterback, and linebackers are stepping up and filling those running lanes.
The Wardogs doing not a bad job with the run game. Wardogs this year running a 3-man defensive line and 2 linebackers. So Wardogs just have 5 in the box, which is the area kind of from where tackle to tackle or tight end to tight end would be. So, but when the Ridgerunners have wanted to go to the air, Wardogs have really not had an answer, and nobody else has had an answer this year either, because they put up a lot of points on the board against really good people. I mean, they've already played Cushing, already played Fort Gibson. I'll tell you, Watson can throw it, and he's got about 4 receivers that can catch it, and he's got a good line that protects him up front. So, Wardog defense knew they'd have their hands full tonight coming into this one. Wardogs will be on the road next week. We'll be back to Friday night action. The Wardogs will be in Cushing. If you're not able to make the long trip to Cushing, we'll be here on Wardog TV. Bring you all the action live from Cushing. That'll be the last road game of the season for the Wardogs, as the Wardogs will finish up the final 2 games here at home. On Halloween night, they host the Catoosa Indians, and then on November 7th, the Fort Gibson Tigers will be into town. All right, 1st and 10 for Grove. Ball is at the Wardog 14-yard line. And hand the ball up inside. That's Watson. He's going to cross the 14 down to about the 13, so not a big pickup. Let's give him about 2. That's being pretty generous on first down. So the Wardog front 3 has done a pretty good job up there. And the Wardogs went to, instead of a 4-man defensive line, a 3-man defensive line this year. You kind of see that. It's kind of a trend this year. So let's bring up 2nd down. Let's call it 8 here for the Wardogs. For the Ridgerunners. Hand the ball up inside again. That is Watson across the 15. Across the 10 down to the 9. Picked up about 3. Going to bring up 3rd down and 5. So the Wardog front defensive line doing a pretty good job there.
On comes the field, Josiah Barley.
I think they're going to bring another down lineman in and maybe take out a secondary player. All right, 3rd down and 5 for the Ridgerunners. Ball just inside the Miami 10. Early second quarter. Hand the ball around the right side, and he's going to be caught in the backfield. Heck of a play right there. That is Red Howe and Trent Lawson on the tackle. That's going to be a big loss all the way back to the 15. That's a loss of almost 6 on the play. It's going to bring up, they can put that ball back at the 14. It's like right now that Grove's lining up to go for it. It is 4th down, 4th and almost 10. Let's see if they're going to run a play or if they're going to look to maybe kick a field goal here. They clock down to 12. Get the signals from their staff. Looks like they're going to go for it. So big play here for the Wardog defense if they can get off the field. Watson gets it, drops back. Going to throw it, and it is dropped. And Wardog defense holds. That was intended for number 85, Isaac Sheffield, and he would have had a 1st down. And that was really pretty good play by Watson. Pretty good throw. Sheffield not able to come up with the carry. And so the Wardog defense does bend, but it doesn't break. And they will take over 1st and 10. Ball at their own 14-yard line. Wardogs trailing here, early second period, down 15-6. All right, Wardogs come out in what we called last year the heavy set. Not as heavy this year. Fairman is the fullback. And here we go again. Wardogs false start.
Penalty flag on the play is false start
And I tell you, every drive on first down, instead of 1st and 10, the Wardogs seem to face 1st and 15. Time and time and time again. So frustrating, I know, for Coach Gardner and his staff. So Wardogs are hanging in this one right now. So 1st and 15 now. Ball back at the 9. It's going to be Riley around the left side. He's going to go across the 10, only up to about the 12. Going to pick up about 2 or 3. So Wardogs behind the chains here. Going to be facing 2nd down and about 13.
Blaze Riley with the carry. Picks up a couple on the play. Brought down by number 9, Briggs Fink.
Jack, when your goal is to get 4 or 5 yards at a time, it's hard to overcome the penalties. All right, 2nd down and 13 for Miami. Ball at their own 12-yard line. After a defensive stop, Grove got inside the 10, and Wardogs were able to turn them away. Riley gets this one, drops back, throws it, and that was intended for Lawson. Broken up by number 0. That is Jace Fink, sophomore defensive back, as he broke up the pass. Wardogs now facing 3rd down and 13. Ball about their own 13-yard line.
Wardogs' offense is based on running it right at you and getting a few yards at a time, and that's really hard to do from 1st and 15.
Yep, and that is, unfortunately, that's been the battle this year, is to overcome a lot of those self-inflicted wounds. Wardogs going to take their final timeout of the half. 9:03 left in the second period. Wardogs will call their 3rd timeout of the first half. See if we can bring in some scores from around the state here during the timeout.
Okay, everyone, it's time to find the winner.
Fort Gibson leading over Sky Took 14-6.
Kick from the 10-yard line for $100 for you and your mind in the school of choice. To find out who got
Cushing leading over Wagner 14-0, and no score in yet on Oologah and Catoosa. Catoosa still looking for their first win of the season. From Class 2A, number 1 Adair big over Colcord 32-0. Kansas leading Commerce in the second quarter 14-7. And first quarter score, number 5 Wyandotte trailing Salina. Salina comes into the game 5-1. This is still the first quarter, so a long ways to go on this one, but Wyandotte undefeated, but trailing in the second quarter 13-7. We'll try to bring you some more scores as we progress here. Back to action here. Wardogs facing 3rd down and 13. Ball at their own 12-yard line. Wardogs double tight, 1 receiver each side. We're going to quick kick it.
On 3rd down.
On 3rd down. That's one way to not give up a return. That's a good kick by Blaze Riley. And that ball goes all the way down to the 27-yard line. So good kick there. But a kick on 3rd down, very unusual. From Class A, Pawnee leading over Quapaw, 34-0. All right, Grove will come out for their 4th possession. They're 2 for 3. They did get inside the Wardog 10, but the Wardogs did turn them away. First quarter score, Woodland over Afton already, 52-6. It's been a tough year for the Afton Eagles. All right, trips to the right for the Ridgerunners. Watts is going to hand the ball. No, Watts is going to keep it around the right side. He's going to go across the 30. Up to about the 31. Pickup of about 4 on 1st down.
Tackle made by Fairman.
Big game tonight in Fairland. Number 4, Hominy at number 5, Fairland. And Hominy leads in the second quarter, 8-6. So good one there. We'll keep our eyes on that one there. 2nd down. Let's call it 6 for the Ridgerunners. 8:21 left till halftime. Ridgerunners leading this one, 15-6. And the ball up inside, and he is hit behind the line of scrimmage, and he's going to be brought down for about a half a yard loss. That is Fairman. Fairman on the tackle, so good job right there. Going to bring up third down, and let's call it a long 5 for the Ridgerunners. Wardog defense trying to hang tough against this potent Ridgerunner offense. Third down and 5 for the Ridgerunners. Trips to the right, one receiver left.
Watson drops back.
It's going to be incomplete. And a little bit high there. That was intended for Bryson Richardson. The ball was a little high, and Hayden Connell put a hit on him, and Richardson is feeling it as he is walking off. So kudos to the Wardog defense under the direction of defensive coordinator Brad Homer. Back-to-back times the Wardogs have been able to get off the field. Going to be aware of a fake punt right here. Trevor Henry back for Miami. Low kick, and Trevor's going to take it about the 35, and he's going to fight forward across the 40 up to about the 41. So that's a good job right there by Henry because that's a low line drive kick. If he doesn't catch that, that ball is going to go. They're probably going to down that inside the 5 or inside the 10 for sure. So Wardog defense hanging tough here in this one. Wardogs will come out. 7:19 left till halftime. Wardogs trailing here 15-6.
Wardog defense is really holding their own so far against this Ridgerunner offense.
I think what they've done a good job is against the run.
Absolutely.
All right, Wardogs come out with a tight end and almost like 2 fullbacks to the left of a bunch set. This is going to be Riley around the left side, across the 40, and he's pulled down. That should be a horse collar, and that's exactly what we're going to have there. They had him by the back of the jersey and pulled him back. That's going to be a free 15-yard penalty for the Wardogs. And that's definitely going to be a horse collar. Horse collar now being signaled, and then move the ball across the 50. Move it all the way down to the 43-yard line of Grove. So Wardogs will have a fresh set of downs. Wardogs trailing this one 15-6. We're about midway through the second quarter. Wardogs hanging tough against the 6th-ranked Ridgerunners.
Handed off to, that is Garfield.
Garfield over the left side, and not much there. Going to pick up maybe about a yard. Let's call it second down and 9. You know, last year when the Wardogs played Grove, they put Hayden Miller, the big offensive lineman, in at fullback, and just ran behind him all night long. Wardogs have kind of ran 2 tailbacks this year, Fairman and Garfield, and they've got Fairman kind of the leading block. And he's doing a pretty good job, but that's not the same as almost 300-pound Hayden Miller back there leading the way. All right, second down and 9 for Miami. Riley gets it, drops back. Riley's under pressure. He's going to fight forward to about the 41. Going to pick up a 1 on the play.
Tackled by Xavier Hernandez.
Going to bring up third down and 8 for Miami. Hayden Connell coming in to replace Fairman for the Wardogs. You want to kind of do maybe a trick play, and you need someone to throw the ball. Connell's the one who can throw it. He split quarterback duties with Riley about the first half of the season. Connell now going to line up as a wide receiver. Riley gets it, drops back, under pressure. He's going to scramble.
Good block by Garfield.
Across the 40, down to the 35. Riley on his feet, and he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up fourth down and about a yard, and I'm sure the Wardogs will go for this one. Good tough run there by Blaze Riley. Needed third and 8, got 7. So going to bring up fourth down and less than a yard. Going to bring Fairman back in and Connell back out. So look for the Wardogs to get kind of in the double tight fullback set. Wardogs got too many men on the field. That's a penalty. Once again,
Hayden Connell trying to get his teammate off the field.
I think they're going to play it. They're going to blow it dead. They're going to mark off 5 yards against the Wardogs. Wardogs had too many men on the field. They sent out another person. It didn't bring somebody off. So instead of 4th and 1, it's going to be 4th and 6 for the Wardogs. Ball back at the 39. Wardogs double tight, 2 receivers. Riley gets it, drops back, rolling to his left. He's going to throw it, and nobody there. Wardogs turn it over, unable to overcome the penalty on 4th and 1. All right, Grove will take over. 1st and 10, ball at the Wardog 39. Wardog defense needs to rise up one more time here. And really kind of, Jack, I'll be surprised with you. Still a close game right here. 15-6, Grove leading. Wardogs fighting hard. Wardogs the last 2 times have been able to get off the field without giving up any points. They need to do that again. And the ball up inside to Wyatt, and he breaks free. Going to be brought down. Cody Barnett on the tackle for Miami. Pickup of about 8 for Wyatt. Going to bring up 2nd down and 2 for the Ridgerunners. 3:50 left till the halftime. Wardogs trailing by 9 here. This is going to be Wyatt up inside. Big hole. He sidesteps a tackler. Runs over a tackler. All the way down inside the 30. Down to the 29.
Colby Watson with the hard run.
Good run there by the good quarterback. You know, Jack, after Wardogs got there and had 4th and 1, and with the penalty, it looks like it's almost like it deflated them. It's like they just kind of, that penalty and that drive ending the way it did, looks like it took a little bit of life out of the Wardogs right there, and all of a sudden Grove's knocking on the door again. 2 plays are already down into the Wardogs' 30-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Ridgerunners. And the ball up inside to White again. He breaks a tackle. Inside the 20, dodges a tackle, runs over a player, all the way down to the 12. And all of a sudden, looks like Grove was playing at a different speed than the Wardogs. Actually going to mark that one back about the 13. Shows how quickly momentum can switch. It's like the Wardogs kind of seized momentum. They had a couple of stops, had a drive going. Fairly deep into Ridgerunner territory, facing 4th and 1. Have a personnel problem and turn it over. This is going to be Watson again, and he is going to score.
In the end zone.
He's running over Wardogs, and Ridgerunners punch it in again. That's on the Watson on the run, and that's going to put the lead to 21-6. The 2:55 left in the half. I said, all of a sudden, the Wardogs just looked deflated. Grove on to attempt the extra point. There's the hold, the snap, and the kick gets up, and it is good. So 2:55 left in the first half. Grove pushes the lead to 22-6.
Just under 3 minutes left to go. I think Zach Gardner is wanting to probably take a couple shots at the end zone and try to get it closer game before halftime. Harrison back to return again. And Alsop lines up the kick.
Ridgerunners kick it off. Henry's going to take it about the 21, 22. He breaks free. Across the 35, across the 40, 45, up to about the 47. So heck of a run right there. That is Trevor Henry on the return.
Brought down by Briggs Fink.
Good job right there by Henry on the return and Fink on the tackle. See if the Wardogs to get something going here. And really what's still a ball game, 22-6, 2:48 left on the halftime.
That run by Henry might have brought that life back into the Wardogs that had been taken after the penalty.
Yeah, that is, the Wardogs had 4th down and 1 and was fairly deep in Ridgerunner territory and had too many men on the line of scrimmage, then couldn't overcome the penalty. And it looked like it just took the sails out of the Wardogs. But maybe that'll put them back a little bit of life. They're going to hand this one to Henry around the left side, and he's going to be brought down for a loss.
It is number 22, Will Dunaway, on the tackle.
Going to bring up 2nd down and 12 for the Wardogs. And Grove's going to take a timeout. They still have all 3 of their timeouts remaining. Wardogs are out of timeouts. And it looks like Grove's going to try to preserve a little bit of that time. They're thinking, hey, we can get a stop and get the ball back. We want to put some more points on the board before we get to half. So Grove uses their first timeout. Scores from District 4, A3. Really got leading over Catoosa, 21-7. Catoosa still looking for their first win of the season. Fort Gibson over Sky took 21-6. Cushing leading Wagner 14-7, and Grove leading here 22-6. So 2nd down and 12 for Miami. Ball at their own 46. Riley gets it, hands the ball up inside to Garfield. He goes over the right side, up to about the 50. Pickup of about 4, and Grove's going to take their 2nd timeout. Going to bring up 3rd down and about 7 for the Wardogs.
Service Solutions Incorporated is your go-to facilities management company.
Wyandotte and Salina now all tied at 13 in the 2nd quarter. And see if we can give you an update on Fairland's score. All right, 3rd down and 7 for the Wardogs. Number 5, Fairland leading. Number 4, Hominy, 13-8. Late in the first half. So a good one there going on just up the road in Fairland as they're having a heck of a football season as well. All right, big play here for the Wardogs. They need to keep possession of this ball and not turn it back over to that Ridgerunner offense. Wardogs come out double tight, 2 backs in the backfield. Henry split to the left. They're going to hand up inside. And that's a good job right there. Garfield goes across the 45 down to the 40, and that's going to move the chains. That's big right there for the Wardogs.
Great run right there by Donnet Garfield.
It's kind of some old smash mouth football there, double tight, 2 backs. And here we come. We'll see if you can stop us, because last year Grove couldn't stop them. That's what they ran at them. They got the double tight, 2 backs in the backfield, and just ran right at Grove, and they had no answer. Wardogs have done that tonight. They've had some success, but too many penalties has hurt them at times. All right, 1st and 10 for the Wardogs. Of course, the Wardogs think they'd like to get on the board. Riley going to get it. Scramble.
Tackle made by Colby Watson.
Yeah, Wardog just ran a 1 receiver route. Only 1 receiver out on that route. And he was covered there. Good coverage by the Ridgerunner secondary. Grove Dove has one timeout left.
Second and 14 for the Wardogs.
All right. Under 2 minutes. Wardogs trailing here 22-6. Wardogs will get the ball as we start the second half. And the ball to Garfield. He's hit in the backfield, and he's going to be brought down for a yard loss. It's like Grove's going to take their final timeout of the half.
Loss of 1 on the play.
It's going to bring up third down and about 15 for Miami. Welch on the road at Oaks, and the Wildcats are down 30-0 in the second quarter. Third down and 15. Grove is out of timeouts. Wardogs are probably not going to, unless they pick up a first down, they're going to have to get it back to them.
Wardogs almost have to throw the football to try and get a first down here.
You throw the football and it's incomplete, the clock's going to stop. You know, I would look for the Wardogs to run it here and to run some time off the clock, and then just let it run and then take a penalty. And then try to punt it, and that'll eat up most of the clock. Not all of it, but most of it. So I wouldn't be surprised for the Wardogs to put the ball in the air. And we're going to have another penalty against the Wardogs, another false start.
Penalty flag on the play is false.
And that's going to back them up. That doesn't hurt them really. Clock hadn't, that doesn't affect the clock. Instead of 3rd and 15, now it's 3rd and 20. That does hurt, but ball all the way now back to the 50-yard line.
It's a 3rd down and long for the Wardogs.
That Ridgerunner defensive line shifted, and it caused one of the linemen to move.
Defensive line can move around. The offense cannot. So I'd look for the Wardogs to keep this one on the ground. We'll see what they want to do, and that's going to be a run by Riley. He's going to be brought down from behind. I look for the Wardogs just to let it run. If I'm the Wardogs here, there's 40 seconds, and the clock now starting to move. I just let it run, take the penalty, and then punt it. Not be able to punt it with about 1 second left on the play clock. They're going to be able to get it under a minute. I'm telling you, you don't want to kick it deep at one of these two guys. Grove's probably going to get the ball back with about 40 seconds left in the half, somewhere in there. We'll see how it plays out. Riley going to line up just in a regular shotgun formation. He's only 5 yards deep. That's dangerous. Now he's going to back up to 7 yards deep. That's still dangerous. Kicks it, high kick. Going to be fair caught at the 21. So Grove will take over. 35 seconds left in the half. The Wardogs have, any kind of hope of staying in this one. They're going to have to play defense for 35 seconds here and not give up any more points. Still a ball game here. It's 22-6. Wardogs down, hanging tough against this tough, explosive Ridgerunner offense.
First down and 10 from the 21.
Ridgerunners have two receivers split to either side.
Wardogs, 4 deep. Watson drops back, going to throw it. It's caught by number 7.
It's Brady Rutherford.
Rutherford out of bounds across the 35 up to about the 36. Pickup of about 15. 25 seconds left in on it. The clock will stop as receiver got out of bounds. So that was Rutherford there.
Good job getting out of bounds by the Brady Rutherford right there.
Like
Stop the clock.
The Wardogs going to try to rush 3, drop 8. Can you get pressure with just 3? They do with Bryce Barnes and Garfield. They're going to pile on chasing him now. Watson's going to take off. He's going to go up to about the 50-yard line, out of bounds with 15 seconds left. Mark just short They're going to put it right on the Grove side of the 50.
50-yard line.
First and 10 for the Ridgerunners. More importantly, just 15 seconds left in the half. Wardogs desperately trying to hang on here. Over the middle, caught wide open. Wardogs need to they just let him run out of bounds. Goodness.
Pass complete again to number 7, Brady Rutherford.
5 seconds left in the half.
He almost dropped that football. It was in the air for a second.
Well, he was running and just kind of lost control of it. The Wardogs looked like and I know they didn't want him to, but he was able to get out of bounds almost uncontested. One final play probably here. Ball at the 32. Wardogs drop it back, get pressure. He's going to throw it over the middle, and it's going to be intercepted. All right, good play right there by Trevor Henry as he intercepts the ball in the end zone, and the Wardogs turn the Ridgerunners away. So one half a play in the books here at Miami, and Wardogs hanging tough in this one. Wardogs trail the number 6 Ridgerunners 22-6. We want you to stay with us here at halftime as we're going to have a performance by the Miami High School Marching Band. And we'll be back in probably about 15, 20 minutes to bring you some updates from scores and talk about the second half here. So you're watching Wardog TV for Jim Paxson and Jack Hudspeth. We'll be back at second half action.
To start tonight's halftime, Miami High School cheerleaders. Let's give a big round of applause. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Everyone give them a big round of applause. Your Miami High School cheerleaders.
I'm in a rush. My feet are hurting my feet right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field the Miami High School Wardog Band. The band is under the field direction of drum majors Josh Lohr and Brayden Kendall. This year's halftime show is titled In Honor, with original music by Key Pullen. Tonight's performance will be Shaded of Shenandoah for Mrs. Bixby in Wars, Politics, and Homeland Tragedies. The show pays tribute to veterans and first responders. It is a salute to those in the military and civil service who have given their lives in service to our country. Whether it be in war or in the midst of American tragedy, these men and women ran toward the danger so we could enjoy all the freedoms their sacrifices allowed.
I pray that our Heavenly Father may assuage the anguish of your bereavement, and leave you only the cherished memory of the loved and lost, and the solemn pride that must be yours to have made so costly a sacrifice upon the altar of freedom. Yours, very sincerely and respectfully, Abraham Lincoln.
So, my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. I have a dream
that one day this nation will rise up, live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal.
Fight song. band is under the direction of Toy Harris, Brad Harrison, and Austin Morris. Color guard instructor is Brianna Whitlam. All right, everybody, now it's time for the Family Dental Associates Field Goal Kick Challenge. One lucky participant's got a chance to kick one field goal. If they make it, they win $100 for themselves and their Miami school of choice. All right, everybody, let's make some noise. Cheer her on. Kick is up. Nailed it right down the middle. She's going home with $100 for herself and $100 to her Mima School of Choice. Again, thank you, Family Dental Associates.
Hello and welcome back to Robertson Field. We're at halftime here as the Grove Ridgerunners lead the Miami Wardogs 22-6. Yeah, at halftime. Couple of big plays by the Ridgerunners. Wardog defense playing tough, hanging in this one. Wardogs will be getting the ball as we start the second half. Wardogs just down 2 scores still. So Wardogs done a good job of containing the running game of the Ridgerunners. Ridgerunners look like they're trying to work on the running game, trying to establish a little bit of the running game, and maybe kind of to the benefit of the Wardogs, kind of keeping them in it at this time. When Groves wanted to go to the air, the Wardogs have had a tough time slowing the Ridgerunners down. A couple of big passes from Ridgerunner quarterback Colby Watson. Then a run by Watson, so he's had a role in all 3 of the Ridgerunner scores. So Wardogs will be getting the ball, start the second half. Wardogs had a chance to be within 1 score, had driven down inside the, probably down about the Ridgerunner 30, 35-yard line, and 4th and 1, and Wardogs could not get the right personnel that they wanted on the field, and got a penalty with too many men on the field. And it looked like after that, the Wardogs just kind of looked deflated for a little bit as Grove took the ball and quickly moved down the field to go up 22-6. To bring some scores from across the state, from Class 6A Division I, UConn trailing at home to Tulsa Union, 28-13. Jinx, ranked number 2, leading Deer Creek, 28-14. Number 4, Edmond Memorial over number 3, Owasso, 14-0. And at halftime, number 1, Bigsby over Enid, 71-0. That is a halftime score. So looks like that Bigsby is the class of all of them in Oklahoma 6A Division II, Muskogee, coached by former Wagner coach Dale Condit, a couple of former Miami assistants on that Muskogee staff. They lead Capitol Hill at the half, 42-0. Number 2, Sand Springs leads Putnam City West, 42-0. Number 1, Stillwater over defending Class State 6A champions Choctaw, 21-0 at the half. And Sapulpa leading Ponca City 9-0. Down to Class 5. So almost everybody playing tonight on Thursday night because of fall break. Tahlequah leading the winless Tulsa Memorial 49-0 at the half. Booker T. Washington big over Tulsa East Central 41-0. Pryor, ranked number 4, still undefeated, leading Nathan Hale 47-0. Number 6, Collinsville over Claremore 17-0 at the break. That's most of the scores on this side of the state. In Class 4A, number 6, Broken Bow leading Hilldale 40-14. Tuttle, coached by former Wardog assistant Brad Ballard, ranked number 1, according to Squirtle, leading Tecumseh 49-0 at the half. Grove leading here at Miami 22-6 at the half. Poto over McLean 29-21 in a good one. Oologah leading Catoosa at the half 28-7. Oologah 2-4, Catoosa 0-6 on the season at the half. A good one here. Number 5 Cushing and Wagner all tied at 14. So people who have counted out Wagner when they came in 1-3, because they were 1-3 when they came to face the Wardogs, don't count out that Wagner team yet. Number 4 Salisal over winless Glenpool 14-7 at half. Fort Gibson over Skytook 21-6 at half. It's kind of the scores from our side of the state. Let's jump down to Class 2A Division II, a couple of local scores of interest. Try to update you on some of these. At halftime, Salina leading number 5 Wyandotte 20-13 at the half. Also at the half, Kansas leading Commerce 21-7. Number 1 Adair all over Colcord at half, 46-0. Those are from Class 2A Division II. From Class A Division I, update you on some of the scores here. Pawnee big over Quapaw at the half, 58-16. Let's go down to Class A Division II. Ketchum leading Porter 26-0 in the second quarter. Second quarter score, number 5 Fairland leading number 4 Hominy 20-14. So a long ways to go in that one, just down the road at Fairland. Late in the second quarter, Woodland all over the Afton Eagles 58-6. Been a tough year so far for the Afton Eagles. And Class C, Welch was playing Oaks tonight, and Oaks had a big lead early in this one. See if we can get you updated. The second quarter score, Oaks still leading Welch 38-8. All right, so we're about a minute to go here from start of the second half. Wardogs will be receiving the second half kickoff. They will be moving toward the south, away from the scoreboard, looks like. Grove will be kicking it off. Grove leading this one 22-6 at the half. All right, Grove has their kickoff team out.
Different kicker to start the second half.
All right, so maybe we can do something a little different with this. Grove has tried to kick it kind of high and deep. Ball has been landing about the 20, 25-yard line. That is definitely a different kicker out there for the Ridgerunners. That's one of the big linemen. That's number 75, Xavier Hernandez. Back deep for the Wardogs is number 3, Byron Harrison. So Trevor Henry. And here is the kick, and it is a kick, and it is going to be taken by Henry about the 11-yard line. Out across the 20 to the 25, across the 30, still on his feet. Good return there by Henry. All the way out to about the 33. So good return on the second half kickoff by Trevor Henry. And the Wardogs will set up shop right there. 1st and 10 as we get underway here in the second quarter. This is Jim Paxson along with Jack Hudspeth. Bringing you all the action tonight on Wardog TV. Our student production team tonight consists of Kiara Richards, Sage Tressler, Perla Gonzalez, and Yanel Gonzalez. So thankful to those students giving up part of their fall break to come out and be a part of this broadcast, and so we can bring this to you tonight. Wardogs come out double tight, stacked behind Riley is Garfield. He's going to go across the 45 up to the 40, across the 35 up to the 36. Pick up of about 3 on first down. Going to bring up 2nd and 7 for Miami. Just underway here in the second half. Grove leading here 22-6. Wardogs 2 tight ends. Barnes and Lawson are the tight ends. Henry and Connell the receivers. Roddy's going to keep this one around the left side, and he is going nowhere. You know, coming into this game, I bet that Riley has carried the ball. I bet 75% of the time was a Wardog ground game. And it looks like the Ridgerunners are kind of definitely keying on him. All right, going to bring up 3rd down and 7 for Miami. First possession of either team here in the second half. Wardogs come out, and 4 receivers to the right.
Like a star formation.
Yeah, they're going to throw this to Henry. And it's going nowhere. Actually going to lose a yard.
Swing pass complete to number 12.
So the pass was complete, but not anything positive on the outcome. And the Wardogs going to be forced to punt. It's going to be facing 4th down and 8. Ball at their own 35-yard line. Gavin Fairman back in punt formation for the Wardogs.
Wardogs want to keep it out of these 2 returners' hands.
A little bit of a low snap and low kick. It's going to land at the 50 and go out of bounds right there. So not a good result for the Wardogs. That's going to mark it down about the 48, just into Ridgerunner territory. So not a big change of territory there on the punt. So the Ridgerunners will take over with excellent field position. They'll take over their first possession of the second half, leading this one 22-6 over Miami. Ridgerunners have really tried to put a lot of effort into establishing and working on their run game. Wardogs have done a pretty good job of keeping the running back, Gavin Wyatt, in check, but have had trouble with Watson, the quarterback. And there he is again. Across the 50, down to the 45, across the 40, all the way down to the 38-yard line. Pickup of almost 20 on first down. So like I said, the Wardogs have done a pretty good job holding the Ridgerunner running backs in check, but have not had an answer for Wyatt, whether throwing or running. He's a good-looking quarterback. 1st and 10 for the Ridgerunners. Ball at the Wardog 37. And the ball to Wyatt. He's across the 30, runs over a Wardog tackler, and he's going to score. That is a 38-yard touchdown from Gavin Wyatt. Just as we said, the Wardogs have done a pretty good job keeping Wyatt in check. He breaks a couple of tackles, runs over a Wardog, and outdistances the rest of the defense for a 38-yard touchdown run. And the Ridgerunners extend their lead 28-6. They are on now for the extra point attempt. That is Dylan Alsop on for the kick.
Snap the hole of the kick.
It is up, and it is good. And with 9:17 left in the third quarter, Ridgerunners extend their lead over Miami 29-6.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to announce the winning ticket for the First National Bank Pass for Cash. If you bought a ticket from the cheerleaders earlier, go ahead and get those out. Your winning ticket number is 5790546.
All right, Wardogs will send their return team out again. A couple of good returns so far tonight by Trevor Henry for the Wardogs.
Dylan Alsop back to kick.
Wonder why they switched that one kicker. Had Hernandez kick the big lineman kick to open the second half. Alsop was out at halftime, was warming up, and was kicking. I don't know. Maybe I'd go to the bathroom. Maybe I'd run the locker room or something. I don't know. But he's back to kick off again. Harrison back deep for the Wardogs. Standing about his own 5-yard line. There's the kick. And it is going to be taken by Henry about the 10. He's going to be hit hard and brought down at the 15. Wardogs will take over first down and 10. Ball at their own, let's call it 16-yard line.
Someone down there has a megaphone.
In the crowd?
Yep, I keep on hearing him yelling.
Yeah, you can hear something. I don't know. I'm not sure if it's coming from the mic. I don't know where that's coming from, but yeah, we can hear it. All right, Wardogs come out. Double tight with the fullback set and out of the eye. Caught by Lawson. Good play there by the Wardogs. Out across the 30 to 35.
Pass is complete to number 20, Trent Lawson.
All right, so good play right there by the Wardogs on first down. Play action. They find Lawson and with a good catch, and he moves the ball all the way out to the 35. So big play on first down for Miami. Gives a little bit of breathing room. Wardogs trailing here 29-6. Pretty early here in the third quarter. Wardogs once again double tight. Fullback and a tailback with Riley in the backfield. And the ball to the tailback. That's Garfield, and he is brought down in the backfield for a 2-yard loss.
To Donna Garfield, brought down by number 5, Gavin Wyatt. Loss of 2 on the play.
So our tailback was tackled by their tailback on that one, as Wyatt made the tackle on defense. Going to bring up second down and 12 for Miami. Riley hands it to Garfield over the left side. Going to fight forward for about 4 yards. Across the 35 up to the 37. Going to bring up third down and 8 for Miami.
5 on the play. Third down and 8 for your Wardogs.
Wardogs double tight. 2 backs in the backfield with Riley again. Riley gets it, rolls to his left. And he's going to be tackled in the backfield for a loss. He is sacked. Looks like the Wardogs tried to run the similar play. They hit with Lawson on first down, and the Ridgerunners did a good job defending that. Wardogs will be forced to punt. Let's call it fourth down and 10. Ball at their own 35-yard line. Fairman back in punt formation for Miami. Sheffield and
Rutherford.
Sheffield and Rutherford back deep for Grove. Good snap. And a kick. Good kick. It's going to take a bounce. Going to take it by Sheffield about the 35. This could be trouble for the Wardogs. Finally going to be brought down. Good play there by Bryce Barnes. He traced him down from behind.
Kick is returned by number 85, Isaac Sheffield.
Sheffield, all the way across the 40 down to the Miami 39.
That is not who you want to kick the football to.
Wardogs starting to look tired right now on defense. A lot of guys playing both ways. All right. We're about the halfway point of the third quarter. 29-6. Grove leading this one. And the ball to wide, and it's a little bit of a pitch. Nice little option play there by the Ridgerunners. They go across the 30 down to about the 27-yard line. Pickup of about 12 on first down.
To number 9, Briggs Fink.
Fink on the pitch.
Picks up a Ridgerunner first down.
Watson gets it, drops back. Little out route. It's caught. Connell quickly on the tackle. Pickup of about 4 or 5 for Grove on first down. That play completed to Bryson Richardson. Going to pick up about 5.
Gain of 5 on the play.
Penalties there, and we're going to have probably a false start against the Ridgerunners. And that's exactly what we have.
False start against the Ridgerunners.
Not too many penalties on the Ridgerunners so far tonight. That might be their second. Had the horse collar. I don't remember a lot of penalties. Grove's done a good job.
Second down and 10 for Grove.
Second down and 10 for the Ridgerunners.
Trips to the left.
And then the ball up inside to Wyatt. No, Watson's going to keep it on the right side. And brought down by Josiah Bartley.
Brought down by number 71, Josiah Bartley.
Not a bad play there by the Wardog defense. Could bring up third down and about 6 for the Ridgerunners.
Third down and 6 for Grove.
Third down and 6 for it's going to be caught. Number 85, and we're going to have a penalty here. It's probably going to be some kind of a hold or a block in the back by the Ridgerunners.
Pass complete to number 85, Isaac Sheffield.
I believe it is a hold.
There's a flag on the play.
So that passes, or that completion is going to be negated. And we're going to mark this one off against the Ridgerunners, and it is going to be a holding on one of the wideouts there. The ball was caught by Sheffield, but one of the wideouts, one of his counterparts out in front blocking for him, was caught for a hold. So they're going to back it up. To about the 33-yard line. It's going to bring up third down and about 16 for the Ridgerunners. 4:08 in a rapidly moving third quarter. Grove leading here 29-6. They were up 22-6 at the half. Grove scored early. Miami answered right away. It's been all Ridgerunners since then.
Ridgerunners in a bunch set.
Watson gets it, rolls to his right, going to be under pressure, going to throw it, and he hits number 6. That is Richardson behind the Wardog defense.
Touchdown, Ridgerunners.
That is the third touchdown pass of the night for Colby Watson.
Touchdown thrown to number 6, Bryson Richardson.
Richardson hauls it in, and the lead goes to 35-6. I'm not sure how he got behind all of them, but he got behind them, and
Watson put it right in his hands.
Dropped it right in the basket. Here's the extra point attempt.
It's up, and it is good.
It is good. So with 4 minutes left in the third quarter,
It's good.
Groves extends their lead over Miami 36-6. Once again, we want to thank you for being with us tonight for Wardog TV. We want to thank tonight's broadcast student production team, led by student director Kiara Richards. Her production team tonight includes Sage Trussler, Perla Gonzalez, and Yanel Gonzalez. So they've given up part of their fall break to be with us and bring you this valuable broadcast so you can watch Wardogs wherever you might be tonight. Wardogs will be on the road next week in Cushing, the last road game of the season, and it is the longest trip of the season. As we will head to Cushing, we will have all the action for you.
Harrison back deep to return again.
Harrison probably needs to scoot up a little bit because Grove hasn't kicked it that deep yet. Harrison back about the 6. The ball hasn't really traveled much deeper than the 15. Grove has used a couple of different kickers tonight. This is Alsop. This is going to Henry again. He needs to get it and get north, and he does. Across the 20. Out about the 22, 23, and this is the Grove definitely taking control of this one and has seized all momentum in this one. Wardogs will take over, ball at their own 23-yard line. Grove now leading 36-6.
First down and 10 from the 24-yard line.
Wardogs come out with 3 receivers to the left. That is Henry, Lawson, and Connell. Riley gets it, hand the ball up inside to Fairman. Pretty good hole over the right side, out across the 25, up to about the 28-yard line. Pickup of about 5 on first down for Fairman. Going to bring up second down and 5 for the Wardogs.
Five-yard gain on the play, sets up second down and 5.
Trips again for the Wardogs.
It's going to be Riley over the right side. He's going to spin up across the 30, up to about the 31. Going to bring up about third down and about 2 for the Wardogs.
Picks up 3 on the play.
All right, third down and 2 for Miami.
For your Wardogs.
Riley's going to run it.
And he's going to be close. It's going to be, just depends on the spot here.
Blaze Riley goes right up the middle.
And he does have enough for the first down. So move the chains. Wardogs do pick up a first down. Following the run on third down by Riley. First and 10 for the Wardogs. 1:56 left in the third quarter. Riley gets it, hands the ball to Fairman over the right side. He's going to battle up across the 35, up to about the 37-yard line. Pick up about 4 on first down for Fairman. Going to bring up second down and 6 for Miami. Late third quarter here. Grove leading this one 36-6.
Single receiver to either side, double tight. It's going to be a false start on the Wardogs.
False start against the
That's that's the thing we have said too many times tonight, unfortunately. And too many times in key situations that they have just really stalled out a drive for Miami. So back to second down and 12. Righty going to get it. Looking over the middle. Going to throw it. He's going to lob. It's cut. It's just a little underthrown. Pretty good execution right there. They tried to hit Bryce Barnes, a tight end, going up the seam. Just a couple of inches underthrown. I mean, Barnes did try to go back and pull that one in, but was not able to do it. So going to bring up third down at about 12 for the Wardogs. Fink on the coverage there. Third quarter score with approximately 7 minutes remaining. Cushing leading Wagner 21-14. Fort Gibson over Skytook in the third quarter, 28-9.
Third down and 11 for your Wardogs.
And Oologah over winless Catoosa, 35-7. We're going to have a timeout on the field. That's going to be called by Miami. So with 49 seconds left in the third quarter, Wardogs are going to take a timeout. See if we bring some scores of local interest here from Class 2A Division II. Big game going on over at Wyandotte tonight.
And you are the winner. Please bring your winning program to the south entry of the press box to receive your certificate. Again, thank you, Pizza Hut.
Latest update we have is Salina leading number 5 Wyandotte at the half, 20-13 was the last score that we have being reported. In the third quarter, Kansas leading over Commerce, 21-14. From Class 2A Division II, ranked number 1, Adair big over Concord. This is a final, 54-14, as Adair remains perfect on the season. From Class A Division II, big one going on down in Fairland. So if we can get you updated on that score. And the third quarter score, number 4 Hominy has taken the lead over Fairland, 22-20, so still a long ways to go in that one. Woodland big over Afton in the fourth quarter, 64-22. Ketchum leading Porter, 26-0.
Byron Harrison on the field as a wide receiver.
All right, Harrison on. Split out to the right. All right. Riley gets it, throws it. Oh, we had Harrison wide open over the middle and didn't throw it. He's going to go across the 40. The Wardogs got exactly what they wanted. Harrison was behind the defense, one of the fastest guys on the field.
Riley keeps it himself.
Riley just would not pull the trigger. It's going to bring up fourth down. It's going to be close enough to measure. Fourth and less than a yard if it's not a first down. I think we're going to stop the clock here and measure this one.
Official timeout on the plate.
How good is Bigsby? At the end of the third quarter, Bigsby leads Enid 85-0.
Wow.
We're going to measure this one here. We got 18 seconds left in the third period. Regardless here, Wardogs could either run another play or just they could wind it and get to the fourth quarter. And it's going to be about, I'd say 6 inches short. So it's going to bring up fourth down and just inches here for the Wardogs. Said I think they'll wind the clock as Riley was tackled inbounds. Looks like the Wardogs are going to send their offense out.
Just short of the first down. Fourth down and inches.
Could be wrong, but I believe Bixby is ranked one of the top high schools in the country.
Yeah, my understanding is that Rivals.com, which is kind of supposed to be the expert, somebody told me that they had Bixby ranked as the top program in America right now. So they are as dominant as anybody. Clock is running, and they're going to let this one run down. And so we're going to move to the fourth quarter. Grove outscoring Miami in the fourth quarter 14-0 as they've extended their lead to 36-6. So we move to the fourth quarter, 1 to go here, and Grove definitely in command of this one here tonight at Robertson Field. If you're just dying to see football on a Friday night, probably going to have to travel over into Missouri tomorrow night. Number 1 ranked and undefeated Seneca Indians will host the East Newton Patriots at 7 o'clock at Seneca. Seneca Indians ranked number 1 and back-to-back state runners-up. Trying to get over the hump this year and pick up that gold ball in Missouri. So if you want to see a really good football team tomorrow night, travel over to Seneca. They play at 7. You want to get there early to get a seat. Moving to the fourth quarter here. Grove leading this one 36-6.
Again, we want to take this time to announce that the basketball season is fastly approaching. Sign-ups are
Jack, we want to congratulate the Miami Wardogs softball team who were regional champions, only to lose in the super regionals to Uligal in 3 games to come just 1 step short of reaching Class 4A state tournament. So congratulations to Lady Wardogs softball and all their staff and on that outstanding season of softball for the Lady Wardogs. Fourth down and less than a yard here for Miami. Ball is at their own 42-yard line. Wardogs hurry to the line of scrimmage. Riley gets it. He's going to run the quarterback sneak, and he's going to have the first down. Official on this side is marking him all the way down up to the 44-yard line, and that's going to be enough for the first down.
Blaze Riley with the quarterback sneak picks up a Wardog first down.
Didn't pick it up by a whole bunch, but got enough. Just needed a few inches, so Wardogs do move the chains. Just underway here in the fourth quarter. Grove leading Miami 36-6. Riley gets the ball, drops back. He's going to throw it. And intended for Hayden Connell. That's a good coverage right there by Brady Rutherford. Pretty good ball there by Riley to battle for it. Connell just not able to come down with that one. It'll bring up second down and 10 for Miami.
Miami's starting to come out of that huddle quick, trying to catch the Ridgerunners out of position.
Wardogs come out, double tight. And hand the ball up inside, and he's going to be hit in the backfield. That's going to be Garfield on the carry. He's going to be brought down. They're going to give him the line of scrimmage. So we bring up third down and 10 for the Wardogs.
No gain on the play.
No gain on the play by Garfield. Riley's going to hand the ball to Fairman. He finds a hole over the left side, and he's going to go up to about the 49. Pick up about 5 on third down. Bring up fourth down and 5.
Tackle made by the brothers Briggs and Jace Fink.
Sounds like an attorney's. All right, fourth down and 5 for Miami. Ball at their own 49-yard line. Trying to draw Grove off sides. Mom's going to take a timeout here, and they are. Wardogs going to use their second timeout. 10:08 left in this one. All Ridgerunners here at Robertson Field, and Mom will take their second timeout, trailing 36-6.
Me and my mom had to go here. The workers are so nice. They treat us.
Fort Gibson has extended their lead over Skytook, 35-9, which probably will knock Skytook out of the top four. That'll put them probably at the number 5 position in the district. Still got 3 weeks to go. The thing's starting to take shape. Last score we had Cushing still leading Wagner in the third quarter, 21-14, so a long ways to go there. Oologah Big over Catoosa, 35-7. Catoosa will drop to 0-7. Oologah will move to 3-4. Grove will move to 6-1. Miami will move to 1-6 and 0-4 in the districts. Grove has one district loss. That came to number 4 Cushing. Unfortunately for the Wardogs, they're on the road next week. So we make the long trek across the state to take on the Cushing Tigers and their wide open air attack. All right, Wardogs set to go here. 4th down and 5. Ball just on their side of the 50. Riley brings Henry and Cross. He's going to throw it, I bet you. They're going to throw it, and it's going to be knocked down. It's a little razzle-dazzle there by the Wardogs. Going to come up short. Good coverage. Grove did not bite on that at all. And the Wardogs will turn it over on downs. We'll see if the Grove starts to empty the bench and play some of the reserves. Looks like Watson still in the huddle over there. Grove with a 30-point lead in the fourth quarter. Grove is missing a lineman. They're missing the right guard. He runs on just in time. They're going to pitch the ball to Wyatt, and he's going to run through a number of Wardog tacklers. From Salina, looks like Wyandotte will fall for the first time this season. Third quarter score, Salina over Wyandotte, 34-13. Wyandotte 6-0 coming in. Salina 5-1. Looks like Salina's going to pick up that win and a little bit of an upset there. Kansas and Commerce still in a tie win in the fourth quarter. Kansas leading the Tigers 21-14. Hand the ball up inside. Not a lot of room there. Going to bring up third down and short for the Ridgerunners. Hominy has extended their lead over Fairland to 10 with 4 minutes left in the third period. Hominy 30, Fairland 20. Both of those ranked in the top 5 in Class A Division II. Watson keeps it over the right side. He's going to bull forward for the first down. That'll move the change for the Ridgerunners.
Right up the middle. Picks up a couple. Good for a Ridgerunner first down.
First and 10 for the Ridgerunners. Ball in Wardog territory at the 37. 8:27 left in the contest. Ridgerunners still with their starters on the field. Watson gets it, throws it out. He's caught by number 9. Still dancing around, and he's brought down after no gain.
Pass complete to number 9, Briggs Fink. Brought down by number 23, Rhett Howe.
In the third quarter, East Carolina leading the University of Tulsa 31-14. East Carolina is a really good football team. Tulsa trying to rebuild. Trying to gain some traction there. From the NFL at halftime, the Bengals lead the Steelers 17-10. In Major League Baseball, the Blue Jays pick up a win, or leading over the Mariners 5-1.
Isaac Sheffield dancing around.
Sheffield going to be bottled up and brought down
by a ton of Wardogs.
A ton of Wardogs is right.
No gain on the
Dodgers defeated the Brewers 3-1, so Dodgers just one win away from the World Series. Trying to go back-to-back.
One on the play brings up 3rd down and 12.
It'll bring up 3rd down and 12 for the Ridgerunners. 7 minutes left in this one. Grove firmly in control.
2 receivers split to either side. Watson drops back.
He's got a Ridge Runner wide open.
I think he's going to be caught out of bounds, though.
It's out of bounds.
Pass is caught, but out of bounds.
Had a Ridge Runner going wide open up the sidelines. Caught it about the 15. Barely out of bounds.
Great catch, too.
That'll bring up 4th down and about 12 for the Ridge Runners.
Looks like the Ridge Runners are going to go for it.
Well, and that's going to go incomplete. And the Wardogs will force a turnover on downs. So 6:46 left in the contest. Wardogs will take over 1st and 10.
On downs, Wardogs will take over.
Wardogs will take over. Ball at their own 39-yard line. Cushing has extended their lead over Wagner 28-14 in the 3rd quarter.
Byron Harrison comes onto the field.
Harrison and Henry split to the right. Hayden Connell split to the left. Riley's going to hand the ball up inside to Garfield. Out across the 40 to the 45. Pickup of about 6 on 1st down by Garfield.
Garfield with the run. Picks up 6 on the play.
Second down and 4 for the Wardogs. At the halfway part of the 4th quarter.
Second down and 4 for the Wardogs.
Connell split left. Harrison Henry split right.
Riley keeps it.
Across the 50. Down to about the 47. He's going to pick up the 1st down for Miami. Going to mark him down about the 46-yard line. So good pick up there. Wardogs move the chains once again. Under 6 minutes now left in this one.
Wardogs starting to put together a drive.
Be a little bit too little, too late. Like the Ridge Runner starting to play some reserves on the defense now. And the build to Garfield over the right side. Going to go to the 35 down, the 46 down to about the 41. Pick up about 5 on 1st down. Bring up 2nd down and 5 for the Miami Wardogs. 5:24 clock running in this one. Wardogs will drop to 1-5. 1-6, Ridge Runners will move to 6-1. 3 games remaining for both teams.
Hands the ball off up the middle to Fairman.
Fairman across the 40, across the 45, 35, down to the 34.
Fairman with the carry.
He'll be tackled by Pacey Smith.
7 good for a Wardog.
Ridge Runners starting
down.
to sub in and out on defense now. Most of their starters now out. So Wardog offense now going against a reserve unit of Ridge Runners. Under 5 minutes now in this one. Double tight. Henry and Connell as receivers. This is going to be Riley on a counter action. Across the 35. He might go 20, 15, 10, 5.
Touchdown, Wardogs.
Touchdown, Miami. 34-yard run by Riley.
Amazing blocking by the Wardog offensive line and receivers.
That'll make it 36-12. Wardogs to attempt the extra point by Ryland Stewart.
Snap the hold, the kick. It is up, and it is good.
It is good. 4:37 left in this one, and Lima cuts into the lead. Grove now up 36-13. See if the Wardogs will kick it deep or try to onside kick it. This one really out of reach right now for all intents and purposes. Uligal leading Catoosa 49-15. No update on Wagner and Cushing. Cushing still leading 28-14, last score we had. And Fort Gibson big over Scott. Hominy and Fairland still a 10-point game. The Hominy Bucks leading the Owls 30-20 in Fairland. Ketchum will move to 5-2. They lead Porter 34-0. Woodland all over Afton, 70-22 late in the fourth quarter. Ryland Stewart will kick this one off. For the Wardogs.
Rutherford and Sheffield back to return. Scooting up, expecting that short kick.
High onside, going to come down about the 30, about the 28. It's going to be a big return. That's Sheffield out across the 40, all the way to the 46. Ridgerunners will take over there. Looks like the Wardogs, the Ridgerunners will now move to the second unit of offensive players as well. As a whole new unit comes on for the Ridgerunners. Ridgerunners already made wholesale substitutions on defense.
Into quarterback is number 8, River Stovall.
Stovall keeps it around the right side, across the 50 down to the 47, 48-yard line. Pickup of about 6 on first down for the Ridgerunners.
And at running back is number 32, Sam Perez.
So a whole new offense on the field for the Ridgerunners. We'll be under 4 minutes by the time we snap this one. Grove taking their time, sending the plays in. Hands the ball to number 4. That is Drayden Hendricks on the jet motion, and he's going to pick up a first down for the Ridgerunners. They move the chains.
Handoff goes to number 4, Drayden Hendricks. Picks up a Ridgerunner first down.
Grove's going to have first and 10. Ball at the Wardog 43-yard line. Ridgerunners leading this one 36-13. One final time, we want to thank tonight's broadcast student production team led by Kiara Richards, Sage Trussler, Perla Gonzalez, and Yanel Gonzalez. Thank you to those students for all of your work tonight in putting this broadcast together. Pass is thrown out, caught to by number 4. That's Hendricks, and he's going to be brought down right to the line of scrimmage. Number 33 in on the tackle for the Wardogs. That is Tristan Hardcastle. Glad to see him back out there. Suffered some injuries. Had to sit out a few games through a lot of this season. Glad to see him back out on the field for the Wardogs. Under 3 minutes now.
Perez up the middle.
He's going to be tackled by number 5. Still on his feet. Finally brought down by Hayden Cannell and Josiah Barley. Pylon hit him first. I think Pylon thought he was down, and he was still moving forward. Perez on the carry. Pickup of about a couple.
3rd down and 6 for Grove.
Let's call it 3rd down and 6 for the Ridgerunners. Once again, the Wardogs will be on the road next week in Cushing. You can't make the long journey across Oklahoma. Join us here at Wardog TV. We'll be bringing you all the action, and we're going to have a stoppage in play here. We're going to have a legal procedure against the Ridgerunners. It's going to back him up, so 3rd and 6 is going to turn into 3rd and 11. Under 2 minutes now. This one's starting to wind down. So the Ridgerunners will pick up win number 6. Then we'll move to 3-1 in district play. Wardogs bottle up. Perez on the carry.
And off goes to number 32.
Sorry, we've lost the camera. We're trying to get that back on right now.
So we've lost, like I said, lost a camera there. We're trying to take care of it here. I'll try to keep you advised all the action. Under 2 minutes now. 4th down and almost 14 for the Ridgerunners. Ball is sitting at the Miami 46-yard line. Grove does have the complete reserve unit in on both sides of the ball. This is a very good Grove football team. Looks like right now it's going to come down. Cushing has the inside track of winning the district as they had a big lead or had the lead over Wagner tonight. And Grove's going to take a timeout. The camera is back on. So those of you watching, thanks for the input there. That lets us know the cameras came back on. So right now, our district looks like that Cushing is kind of working its way to the top. I'm going to give you an update here on Wagner and Cushing. 4th quarter score, Cushing leading 28-14. Cushing does have a win over Grove already.
All 7th through 12th grade kids are welcome. Come join us for
Grove undefeated in the district. So looks like right now it's going to Cushing's going to look like they're leading the district.
And lastly, directly following
Grove probably sitting about in 2nd place right now. They do have a win over Fort Gibson already. Wagner and Grove have not played each other yet. Grove looks like maybe for the first time tonight it's going to line up to punt the ball. I don't think they punted tonight, have they yet, Jack?
I do not think so.
I don't remember a punt if there was one. Wardogs have Rhett Howe and Trevor Henry back. Good kick, and Henry's going to call for catch for it at about the 15-yard line. Mark it at the 17. So Wardogs will take over. Under a minute left, 51 seconds. Once again, we want to thank you for being with us tonight on Wardog TV. We enjoyed bringing you all the action here tonight and every night of the football season. Still 3 weeks in the football season. Come out and watch the Wardogs play. We'll be on the road next week at Cushing, followed by 2 home games against Catoosa and Fort Gibson. We'll wrap up the season there. Wardogs again have too many men on the field. For the second time tonight, are going to be penalized for a personnel violation. I don't know if the Wardogs have a left guard.
Penalty flag on the play.
They do not.
Legal participation on the Wardogs.
All right, now they do. He was out there. He was just hiding. So Wardogs, for the second time tonight, have had too many men on the field for the offensive play. Riley gets it, hands it up inside. Garfield on a big carry out across the 30 to the 33.
And off Off goes to number 5.
Pickup of about 18 on first down.
Picks up a good Wardog first down.
Wardogs hurriedly trying to get the line of scrimmage, trying to get a couple more plays in. Riley gets it, drops back. Looking downfield. Nice catch by Henry. Boys hit hard. Pickup of about a 10 or 11 on the play. Boy, nice snag there by Trevor Henry.
By number 12, Trevor Henry.
How to stop the clock, move the chains. 10 seconds left in this one. That's probably going to be the last play of the ball game. So once again, thank you for being with us tonight. Grove was going to win this one here tonight, 36-13. Wardog's going to snap it one more time. They're going to hand the ball up inside to Garfield, and he's going to be brought down right at the line of scrimmage. And that'll bring this one to a close. For all the production team as part of Wardog TV, thank you for all they do. Thank you, Jack Cuthbert, for being with me tonight to call this one. We'll be on the road next week at Cushing. Wardogs have 3 games remaining in the season. Hope you have a safe Friday and weekend, and we'll see everybody next Friday night from Cushing.